A shitty wizard appears while you're going about your day. He asks you some questions and won't let you run away. Would you rather have a finger growing out of your cheek or have no skin on the bottom of your feet? Would you rather have laser vision or turn invisible? Now make a decision. Shitty wizard flying through the air. Shitty wizard magic everywhere. Shitty wizard you just can't compare. Shitty wizard learning to care.
Hello and welcome to Streamy Dreams with the Shitty Wizards. Woo! You shut your mouth, Laura. I don't want to repeat of last week.
I very much let you finish that woo is not touching anything you said.
Well-oiled machine.
Anyway, I'm your host, Caitlin, and I'm joined by the ever shitty Laurel and Adam.
Yo!
And this week we have a very special guest, my good friend Luke Humphris. Luke, say hello.
Hello.
Luke is a very famous internet imager celebrity. He's best known for his it's not a choose your own adventure comic. Please explain.
It's a comic where people leave comments on what happens next, and the highest one goes through. It's the worst thing I've made. Why are you leading with this?
because it's the one that
Okay.
everyone knows you for.
Most
Yeah.
interesting.
And well, I was gonna follow it up with other various webcomics, including Dumb Drunk Australian.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Perfectly Normal Human Being.
Perfectly Normal Human Being, and the comic that gets shared all the time about toxic masculinity that you did for the Nib, which has been translated into various languages, and a lot of savvy internet commenters have commented on it, leaving their views on toxic masculinity.
I'm sure they're really reasoned and calm.
Yeah, thoughtful comments.
That kind of just confirms the comic.
You're like the Gillette commercial of comics.
Yeah.
I'm like the Gillette commercial as a person.
So I know that usually we're here to do Would You Rather questions, but Luke, I really think that you should tell us all of your opinions about toxic masculinity, and we'll just sit quietly, since you're the expert.
It's bad. Come talk to me in person.
This is now a talk.
This is now your TED Talk.
Hi.
Welcome to your own TED Talk.
How do you comic?
I've noticed that I always put myself in everything I do, so I start with me, and then I go out from there.
Well, they say right where you know, right?
Yeah, so that's about it.
I think that's solid, just life advice. Start with you.
Yeah.
Just start with you.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so let's get down to brass taxes. Luke, you want to kick us off with a Would You Rather question?
Yes. Okay, so
Lay it on us.
would you rather not have to sleep, but you have to blink and breathe manually,
Wait, okay, I got questions later, but go ahead.
or would you rather only sleep 4 hours a night, but you have sleep paralysis the whole time,
Ooh.
but you can prepare ahead?
So, remind me, sleep paralysis, are you, you're sleeping?
You're sleeping, you don't have control of your body, but you know what's going on around you.
Okay, so it's that, devil sitting on your chest thing.
Yes.
Okay, but you still are, getting, in this scenario, you're still getting rested. You don't wake up in the morning being like, oh, I'm exhausted.
No, yeah, so you're good for rest. So with the sleep paralysis, you could set up a podcast or a TV show.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay.
it's not terrible.
Okay. And when you say manually, do you mean I gotta take my fingies and just start blinking my eyes, or do you mean I have to consciously think about it?
You just have to consciously think about it. So at some point you'd be like, oh, my eyes are really dry, I haven't blinked for an hour.
Okay.
So
4 hours is still pretty, you only have to sleep 4 hours, or 4 hours out of your night is sleep paralysis?
you only have to sleep for 4 hours. So it's opening your day up for activities, which is good.
Yeah, you're still getting a little bump there.
So the sleep paralysis is while you're sleeping, or is it? I'm confused.
It's when you're sleeping. So when
Okay.
you sleep for those 4 hours, you're just lying there and you can't move.
It's your eyes aren't, when you first lie down, you're not quite asleep yet.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
that, but you can't move your
Listen,
body.
I've had people explain sleep paralysis to me, and it sounds like the scariest fucking thing in the world. I don't envy people that have to deal with that. Thinking about blinking seems kind of fun for some reason.
Wait, what was the other one? Blinking and what?
Breathing manually. So you have to consciously
Oh, that's
make yourself breathe.
That
Well,
you'd
but
be thinking
so
about it all the time.
Yeah.
there's a flaw in your question. If I have to manually think about breathing, oh wait, I don't have to sleep. So I was
Yeah.
gonna say the second you go to sleep, you're just gonna suffocate.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
if you get
sleep
knocked
in
out, you better have a CPR buddy.
But you don't have to sleep in that one. I still kind of... I mean, I love the idea that I don't have to sleep, that I can get away with just, like, maximizing that 24 hours. But, I don't know, sometimes you kind of want to. 4 hours would be nice, because that's still... You're getting a lot of extra time per day.
Yeah.
But you're getting more time per day if you don't have to sleep, and you're still technically conscious.
But no, you'd be losing time. Like, think about how less efficient you would be at doing tasks if you had to think about breathing and blinking.
I don't think so. Stuff like breathing and blinking, I don't know the science behind it. There's like some deep conscious thing that just kind of takes care of that for you.
Yeah.
Whereas things like chewing, I don't think reside in that part of the brain either. So you have to quote unquote think about chewing, and how much do you actually think about chewing? It's almost like muscle memory. You just kind of get the hang of it. So I feel like even if you have to consciously think about it, eventually it's still going to become so habitual that you just do it with a minimal amount of thought.
I still have to think about it. It's not like I can't multitask. It's not like I can't eat and do other things at the same time, but it certainly does slow things down. Even just enough. Like, breathing is so constant. I don't know, because sometimes you just want to, like, tune out or, like, really focus on something, and you would just never really be able to deeply focus on anything again.
I guess. I think the reason why that doesn't seem so scary to me is because I have asthma. So I've had to think about breathing more than get them good airs.
But you'd have to take a break. You'd have to be like, breathe, 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 blink, breathe, breathe, blink, blink, breathe. I mean, you're right. You would get into, like, a good habit about it, but it would...
Yeah.
I would rather just deal with sleep paralysis.
And I would actually have time to play games or something if I didn't sleep. Watch a movie.
But how good would your game skills be if you had to think about breathing? You'd have to be like, shoot, 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 watch for this guy, breathe, breathe, breathe.
What if it makes you better?
Maybe.
My focus game has gotten so strong because I multitask everything that my brain is a laser beam.
You'd never truly be able to lose yourself in the moment.
Shut up.
There'd always be that little
Shut
part of your
up.
brain that's like, I gotta breathe though.
Lose yourself in the moment, man. You gotta
Don't you want to just, like, embrace the now?
Would you still, like, get the experience of, like, just kind of choking when you're not breathing? Like, would your body remind you that you have to breathe if you kind of forgot?
Yeah, you get, like, swept up in it and you're like, oh, my lungs hurt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But so then if you passed out, you're done.
You basically, unless you got a CPR buddy.
Right.
Everyone should have a CPR buddy.
Do you have one?
No.
What a hypocrite.
But applications are open currently.
Yeah. We're going to do a dry trial, so come on now. We're going to get a tarp out in between us.
That'll
so
be
it's
the
not
new
weird.
role on the Discord. Is CPR buddy.
CPR buddy, yeah.
Nah, I mean, I've never had sleep paralysis. I'm sure it's a nightmare for people who actually have it.
Yeah,
But maybe it would be kind of a fun trip.
what's involved with sleep paralysis though? It's like you can't move but you're still awake? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so like your brain's still going, but you can't move your body or anything. So if someone came in and like started robbing your bedroom, you just have to
Right.
watch it happen.
Right. Okay, so you're not actually sleeping at all. You're just kind of laying there.
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It is. People hate it. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
But I
You've
can
never.
put on a 4-hour movie. I'm cool with
It's
that.
like Lord of the Rings every night.
Oh, then,
Or I'd get a playlist going.
then Netflix will pop up. Are you still watching it? And you're like, no.
Ah!
You need a sleep paralysis, buddy.
Look, I'm zoned out for hours on end. I'm good.
I wonder if sleep paralysis would be less scary if you knew when it was going to happen. Like, I feel like the thing that people mention is that you just kind of wake up and can't move and shit.
Yeah.
And
And
can't talk. And
Yeah, I thought one of the aspects of sleep paralysis was that you kind of hallucinate at the same time. So it's like you see somebody standing at the bottom of your bed or whatever, or you feel like somebody's choking you, something like that.
Yeah, because I've heard it's almost
sounds
like
terrible.
But if you knew exactly what it was, like the scary part about it is if it comes on suddenly and you're like, holy shit, I'm seeing stuff and I can't move. But if you know this is going to happen every night, it would be fun.
I don't agree with that. I think if you know something bad is going to happen, it's still bad.
But no, I think the only bad part of it to me is the not knowing. If you take that away, to me it's not bad. To me it's just like, all right, we're doing
the worst part to me is that you don't ever get to sleep again. You're just always awake.
But in both scenarios, that's the case.
Because like at least when people currently have sleep paralysis, they don't have it all the time. It's not their only option. They can still also sleep.
Yeah.
But you still get fully rested, he said.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still keep energy. But
It still gives you the
It would
boost
be
you need.
boring, is what it would be.
It would be as boring as, like, being with your own thoughts. Which I assume you do on a regular basis.
It's also like 4 hours at a time, though.
You've never been on a plane where you're just like, I guess I'll just be a person for 4 hours.
That is absolutely hell.
Yeah, it's just not something that you want to do every day.
No, I guess not. But, like I said, you could, like, play stuff, play some music.
Yeah. Still preferable to have to monitor my own breathing and blinking, though.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm very reluctantly choosing to have sleep paralysis for the rest of my life.
You could set up a camera and be, like, a really creepy podcast host.
But you can't, like, talk or anything.
No, you
yeah, you can only absorb.
Yeah.
You could do what is the sleep equivalent of mukbang, where you just set up a video and be like, come sleep with me.
What the fuck? Watch me sleep.
Watch me
It's
not
gotta
sleep.
be a thing. It's gotta be a thing. If you can go on the internet and watch people eat, there's definitely one where you can watch people sleep. So at least you're monetizing those 4 hours.
It's like, because Keith our good friend Keith just joined us in the chat, and I just want to give a shout out to the awful thing that he posted in our friend chat, which is that video of the YouTube series of the guy just staring at the camera for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah.
See?
You can do that!
See?
Yeah.
I knew it must have been a thing. Must have been a thing.
As Keith always says, everything can be monetized.
Yeah. You can
Classic
just go to
Keith.
bed and monetize it.
Just a stalwart, capitalism. What's the
Caitlin,
word
what's happening?
my brain is shut down.
This is why we do this at lunch normally.
No, it would be... Yeah, I'm going with that one.
Stalwart defender of capitalism. There we go. I got it.
Yeah.
That's all Keith McLean.
I really kind of wish that popped into your head 2 hours from now. You're just at you're in your
Yeah, you
kitchen
should have
watching
saved
it.
it.
Stalwart! I meant stalwart!
What did you even say?
I said the stalwart defender of capitalism.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway,
Welcome to
move on.
2019, where you can
I'm sorry.
monetize
Everybody
anything.
please forget that.
I'm gonna manually blink and breathe.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I don't
even then,
think
like,
that would take up that much brain power.
But even then, like, you still wouldn't be allowed to sleep, because if you slept, then you would choke to death.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
I
fine?
don't
No, he
want...
says he doesn't need to sleep. That's part
Yeah,
of the
that's
thing.
part
It's
of
like
the thing.
your body
And
doesn't
I-
need it anymore.
And yeah, like everything I've ever heard about sleep paralysis sounds like a fucking nightmare, and I don't want to deal with that.
I think it sounds like fun.
You have...
I mean, it doesn't sound like...
You
it
don't
doesn't
know
sound
what
like a
fun
great-
is if you...
You hallucinate. There'll be some kind of fun show.
Here's the demon with 1,000 eyes again.
And also, on a really dark note, when it comes to being able to breathe and blink like it has to be manual, you can't just stop breathing now. Your body will kick in. And,
Yeah.
you can't just hold your breath until you're gone. If I have complete manual control over it, I can nope out of any situation that I want. Where it's just like, you're going to be stuck in this plane for 22 hours. It's like, I'm done. And then you just...
You just kill yourself because you have to be on a plane?
Yeah.
Plane rides are not that bad!
Okay, that might be an overreaction.
What nightmare airline are you using that you're like, I'd rather die?
Fine, let me use a more extreme example.
You're being tortured, maybe?
Yeah, you get kidnapped, And it's like, tell us where the gems are, and you just start laughing, and as you suffocate to death.
We just discovered
What is this fantasy life that you're leading in this scenario?
I'm just
You're
trying.
James Bond?
I'm trying to
Delta
find.
hurt you.
Yes, I'm trying to find a silver lining. That's all I'm trying to do.
I think you could actually still sleep if you had a CPAP machine, because that forces air into your lungs.
But you don't have to, so why would I? I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like sleeping.
Well,
Yeah.
because you would still get tired. Like, right? If you have to manually breathe, it's not
Well,
like
he
the
said
sleep
you don't have
paralysis
to
one.
Yeah, you don't have to sleep. You do
Oh,
go
okay,
crazy
I
if
missed
you don't
that part.
sleep. I didn't take that into account.
Well, I thought
But
I thought the whole premise of this was that won't happen. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're taking
yeah,
that
actually,
away.
I think that's the case.
If you don't have to sleep, then all the negatives of not sleeping are gone. Like, the idea is you just have a battery shoved up your ass or something, and you just go forever.
How do you think you would procrastinate if you don't sleep? Because you can't do that whole, well, that's a tomorrow problem. It will always be there.
Well, that'd be good, because then you wouldn't.
Yeah, hopefully that's
I mean,
the case.
Or, you
Your
know, you
whole-
would just do the other things, which
Yeah.
is internet, television.
your whole life would
Yeah.
probably shift. You'd have more time for shit that, especially like if you work from home, you got to make your own hours. You could basically work all night when everybody's asleep,
Mhm.
and then do shit that requires the world to be awake during the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then, I don't know, I would have more time to work out and do shit that I should be doing that I don't because I get tired.
You could always, like, lie down for a couple minutes if you just wanted to rest your body.
Yeah, I'd write the great American novel. I would have all this free time.
Yeah. You write it about blinking. You would learn so much about
Yeah.
blinking.
What I've learned about blinking by had mine. It's all I think about. It's just that written over and over and over again. All work and no play make Jack.
Yeah. And then you get on a plane and force yourself to die from not breathing.
Yeah.
Is this why you don't like to travel? You cannot bear the hours it is in a plane.
Listen, I admitted that it was not a great example for the noping out of a situation. I'm just saying.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
I know.
What about you, Caitlin?
Oh yeah, I'm taking sleep paralysis, 100%.
It's gonna be fun. We could do it together.
Yeah, well, you and me will just hang out in sleep paralysis land.
Sleepover. Wait, what about you, Luke?
I'll go sleep paralysis as well. I'd die if I had to breathe for myself. I wouldn't be good at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget to like eat.
I was
a lot of
about
the
to
time.
say, there are times where I've forgotten to eat because I got busy, so, oh well. I want to roll these dice now. I just want to see what happens.
See you in hell, Adam.
All right, that's fine. I made my bed. I'm going to lie in it.
All right. Okay, I have a would you rather that's specifically tailored for Luke.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so get ready for it.
It's like, oh, great.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier about your comics, how they always feature you as a character.
Yes.
So this would you rather is kind of based on that. Would you rather everybody else in the world is Luke?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm Luke, Laurel's Luke.
We are Luke.
Yeah, where everybody is Luke. Or and this is a variation on what we at the office like to call the Eddie Murphy imposter universe, which never really made it onto the podcast. It was just something random we were talking about. So props to Ken for coming up with this scenario. Would you rather you, Luke, don't actually exist, but you can inhabit the body of a random person at any time? And for everyone else here, would you rather that you and everyone else you know are Luke, or would you rather find out randomly that people that you know and love have been inhabited by the ghost of Luke?
Well,
Or
If I
have
may-
the potential to be, like, taken by him and you'll never know.
Yeah. So you find out that they've actually been Luke all along, and they're just now revealing it to you.
well, and if I can jump in and help clarify the premise a little bit, this is based off the fact that Eddie Murphy always used to fucking be 1 million
Everybody.
characters in his
Yeah.
movies. So the idea is I don't think it's necessarily that Luke's a ghost that can inhabit people. It's just that somebody in your life will eventually have been Luke. your whole life.
Yes.
It's like Eddie Murphy ripping the makeup off.
Yeah, and I think it was like 10% of the population. So it's like
Yeah.
Oh, so
more
it's
than
just one.
No, more than one person that you know will eventually reveal themselves to have been Luke
Yeah.
all along,
It
just
could-
pretending to be somebody that you love.
It
Do,
could-
do I get to body hop forever?
Yeah, I would say that you're immortal
Oh,
in this
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Okay,
But you can never really be yourself. You always have to kind of pretend to be somebody else.
Right.
Until the moment that you get revealed, and then you immediately hop into another body, and that person becomes a Luke.
Okay, that sounds cool to me. Why
Kind of
don't
like
we
a
get
zombie.
that one? I want a body hop.
Luke's only.
Luke's only.
Yeah, I want to see the heat death of the universe.
So this is a little convoluted, but
This is a 2-in-1. Why does he get the cool question?
because he's Luke and he's the guest. He's the special guest.
You could also say that he still lives in this world too, where he could be going about his day, and then
He might just randomly jump into your body.
he goes to visit his dad, and then he's his own dad.
Oh my
Well, but Luke doesn't exist in this universe. He only exists as the ghost of himself, jumping from body to body.
Okay.
Does
Well,
that
he
make
could
sense?
inhabit
No,
one
it doesn't have
child.
to.
So I think this Luke void should be taken into consideration in one of the choices.
Yeah, so the repercussions of that are that you, Luke, never existed in the world. So whatever repercussions, like butterfly effect style, come from that.
Look, jumping bodies is great. People are like, Adam, why are you going to medieval times for the 7th night in a row? Wait a minute, and then I'll be like, pranked! And I'm out of.
Would you just fuck with people's lives? You just
Yeah.
anything you wanted to do, you could just do for a little bit, and then when that got too much to deal, you could commit so much murder, Luke.
Yeah, there's so many variables. There's no lose situation really
For
for you.
Luke. It's
What
really
if
more
you
for us.
Kept inhabiting bodies, murdering someone, inhabiting a new body, murdering someone, until everyone in the world, everyone in the country had murdered one person. Does everybody go to jail?
I would like to
What
jump
happens
in.
then?
Why would you want to do that?
Just
And you don't get to choose who you inhabit either. It's completely random.
oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know
It's
that.
like what was that TV show where where they would jump into other times and bodies? I don't know what I'm talking
Jump.
about.
Body
Quantum Leap?
snatchers?
Please, somebody help me.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum leap. That was it. You're kind of quantum leaping from person to person.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm immortal, I'm going to master physics. I'm going to create space colonies. I'm going to get really smart. But each time I'll be like, all right, I'll do one more fun one. And then I'll learn all this stuff. And then that would just keep happening.
You keep procrastinating.
Yeah.
Next body, for sure. For sure, I'll learn astrophysics.
I'll learn how to play the piano.
What if you randomly jumped into somebody's body who was really important? Like you're in the space shuttle and everyone's depending on you to make sure things go smoothly, and all of a sudden you're just you going
Yeah,
damn
because
it.
you don't know how to do that guy's job. Like you don't
Right.
know how to be an astronaut, but you're suddenly in the situation where you have to have all this knowledge and skills that you don't have.
You just turned to everyone in the room like, we're all gonna die, I'm sorry!
I could just be confident because, I'm going to be fine.
That's right. Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
I'll
You're
be
gonna
fine.
quantum leap into some other
Wait,
schmuck.
how quickly can you jump into a new body? Does that body have to die? Or can you just snap through a bunch of bodies?
I would say the.
Well, I think that you would have to spend some time pretending to be that other person.
There's a minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say you would have to spend at least a year or two.
But it always ends with him revealing himself
It
to be
does,
Luke,
yeah.
where he pulls the makeup off.
Yeah, you pull the mask off.
And
Yeah.
then people were like, "Well, who was Adam Luke the whole time? Where's Adam?" And Adam's just gone.
Adam doesn't exist anymore.
Adam doesn't exist
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah.
no, I just take you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd get it back. No. I'd still do it.
Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, so he has to spend at least 2 years in their body. What if he dies while he's in their body? Does he die?
No, he would jump to another body.
It's tough to get a baby. I'd be like, ugh.
2 years as a
It's
baby.
like,
Yeah, and then it would be like those movies where they comp on a man's head onto a baby. So you would pull the baby head off, and it would be your head on the baby's body.
that'd be alright.
Somebody help me out here! You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I know what you're
I know what you're talking
I
about.
get a big cigar and have a great time.
It's just every time a baby pisses on one of their parents while they're getting their diaper changed, it's just Luke and he's bored and he can't figure out what else to do as a baby, so he's just fucking like,
And you the whole time. Wait, so when you leave that body, do they get theirs back or do they disappear?
No,
Just
they
stop.
continue on as Luke.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like-
so you're just leaving Luke's in your wake? So eventually
Yeah.
the whole world will be Luke, just like in the first scenario.
Kind of, yeah, but like it's only like a percentage at a time.
Right.
So you might find that you are jumping like leaps and bounds through time because you need to. There can only be a certain percentage of Lukes.
is there an
Does he
opportunity?
just never
Is there an
die?
opportunity? And I shouldn't call this an opportunity. Is there a chance that one day he can eventually pull the mask off and he was a cockroach and civilization is just decimated? And he's just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
if there's no more
ooh.
people left, then like you would just cease to exist.
Well, that'd probably be a
I mean-
relief after, so many centuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that could be like thousands of years. I'm like, all right, I want this to end. Sorry, everyone.
So you figure out a way to
Yeah.
end the world and all people. It's
you're-
like, I'm sorry, the only way for me to die is for everyone to die. What if that's what... I always wondered with, like, the big evil villains in, like, really cheesy old movies where they were just like, I'm gonna destroy the world. And I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Like, why is
you
that
live
fun to
here
you?
too.
Like, what do you... Then what? Then what?
You-
You,
well,
destroy the world and then
yeah.
be like, well, I guess I'll float on over to Mercury and just sit.
But that's always been the problem with movie villains is their motivations don't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to rule the world. Why? That's so much responsibility.
It turns out it's because they're slowly turning the entire planet into them, and the only way for them to die is to take everyone with them.
Obviously.
Obviously, it's the only logical explanation.
Mhm.
What was ours again? Our loved ones
the
turned
other
into
one,
Luke?
the other one was it's just everybody is Luke.
It's just everybody is
Which-
Luke. You're Luke, I'm Luke, Adam's Luke.
Luke, I want you to do an improv exercise for my entertainment.
Absolutely.
Have a conversation with yourself because I want to know what it would be like for a Luke to have a conversation with another Luke. Because that's all that would be happening. What does What does that sound like?
No, it would devolve. I think I'd just give up. I don't even know how that would play out.
Talk about the weather with yourself right now.
Do it.
Oh, bit rainy day. Could you fucking not?
That's all I needed. I'm satisfied.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a hellscape.
So it would just be a bunch of Lukes fed up with Luke.
Yeah. Like, would this happen instantly, or was this always the way?
I would say that it happens instantly. So, like, you would retain your knowledge of the pre-Luke society, but
So would all of
everybody...
they.
Yeah, so would all of they, but they wouldn't remember their previous lives as other people.
Oh, I mean,
They would?
No.
So it's just, you just like, basically everybody dies, and then you multiply by, 7 billion? How
Yeah.
many of us are there?
See, I'm actually like weirdly into like survival, post-apocalyptic stuff. So there's going to be a bunch of Lukes in a nuclear power plant going, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, no!
But, okay, but when that...
And then all the other Lukes are like, oh man, the power plant's going to blow up. So we're all going to like go to the same areas and then like destroy resources because like 7 billion people are going to like the 20% of the earth. That's going to be fine.
There's also a bunch of them with like guns, and then a bunch of them who are just like in a pharmacy.
Could you make one giant Luke by coming together and forming like Voltron?
Yeah, but
Sure,
not
why
in a
not?
cool way.
No, in like a gross Akira kind of way.
It's like just standing on each other's shoulders.
Yeah. I will say, however, that there are male and female Lukes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because
So
my
there's,
next
like-
question was gonna be, so it just all ends in
Yeah.
the next 80 years, maybe?
No. There's Lukes and there's, what's the female version of the name Luke?
Lucy.
Lucy. There's Lukes and Lucys.
If it was
It's just so meta. Sorry.
When you give birth to a baby Luke, or do they just like immediately become full-grown Lukes?
No, why would that be a thing?
Because
No,
the
you know, you
population
get-
has to be Luke all the time.
You get the baby with the full grown Luke head on it,
Yes, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Alright.
That's a good one.
and every
Okay.
baby comes out and just
What
goes.
about retirement
"Oh, no."
Luke?
Retirement Luke is just old Luke. In like an old person suit. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Murphy style.
And
So we still, yeah.
So
It's like old person Gary
Yeah.
Oldman style old person makeup.
Where they get those like really fat lips because they're like doing the makeup over the top of the normal ones.
Yeah.
for the world where everybody's a Luke, I'm assuming everybody has their own consciousness, or is it one consciousness piloting all the Lukes? Is it Luke's brain piloting everyone, or
No,
is it...
no, they're all individual consciousness. It's not like a hive mind.
So
situation.
basically, this would just end up with people kind of developing their own personalities once again, because
So like there would be like a jock Luke, for example, and a daddy Luke.
Now, a couple generations down the line, like people with the exact DNA making other people, I think is
I
like
never thought of that.
it's like double incest.
Oh, it would get so bad.
It would get very messy.
so bad. It's like the 100th clone where they each like degenerate.
Yeah. Okay, well, choose, please.
I want that world.
Everybody
It sounds like fun. I just want to see the scrambling Lukes in the power plant going like, oh no! Press all the buttons! Don't press any buttons!
Everyone would have like my taste and stuff, so like all the same, like they get people go and raid DVDs. It's only the DVDs I like that are
You'd never be able to like rent, because we live in the 90s. You'd never be able to go to Blockbuster and rent your favorite movie because it would always be
Or
Yeah.
you would, because it would only
Oh
be
yeah,
those.
that's true. TV programming becomes great.
I feel like
Who's
making
running the team?
making friends would be a lot easier. Do you like this movie? I already know you do. You want to go watch this movie?
Yeah, but you already saw how disastrous it was when he tried to have a conversation with himself. So it might actually be a nightmare.
Everybody gets lonely.
Also, like, who's running the grid? You can't just, like, go down and watch movies and everything's gonna function the way it normally would. Everything's going down. It's all going
And
down.
eventually, society collapsed. Then you've got Luke's eating Luke's.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be this.
Luke, what are your survivor skills? Do
I,
any of you know medicine?
No, that's the thing too. There's gonna be a weird ego thing. It's like, all right, you three Lukes, you're now a proctologist. Go learn that.
They're like, oh man.
Excuse me.
I feel like it would be the people who in their previous lives were already proctologists. Like they're in their proctology office.
Look, you're wearing the lab
But-
coat.
Oh yeah.
You've already got a camera up another Luke's butt. It's like you're like, I'm here now.
But the thing too is the one caveat that has to be the running theme between all of the Lukes is that they're all making comic strips about their life experience. So it would be like, today Luke tried to make me learn how to be a proctologist. I don't like that, Luke. I hung out with the other
Yeah.
Luke. It would be the most benign
Rebel
shit.
Luke. Wait, what about like, not to be foreboding, what about genetic stuff? Like, let's say you're predisposed to cancer. Say like no matter what you do with your current life, you're gonna get colon cancer. That means everyone on the planet at the exact same time are all getting cancer. Then what happens?
At the same
Well,
time?
not at the same time because they're all different ages.
Well, I'm talking about like ground zero, like
Right.
the first gen
But yeah,
Luke.
Gen
Like
1
if
Luke.
he's got some kind of ticking time bomb in him at
Yeah.
this point.
Like
the world's
I feel like Gen 2 would take care of that pretty quickly.
You put a lot of faith in Gen 2.
fucked.
Okay, let's say
You
Gen
put a lot of
Gen
faith in
4.
Gen 1 to teach Gen 2. Remember, they degrade with each generation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I still want that one.
No, I'm gonna go with the imposter universe.
Yeah, but how's that for you?
Well, I mean, there's only like a 10% chance that like Matt is gonna turn into Luke. You know what I mean?
I like those odds.
Yeah, the reality is that odds are you won't get fucked by surprise Luke universe.
Well, no,
You
like
might.
you definitely will at least once or twice in your life.
Mm.
But like, chances are it's not going to be the most important person in your life.
It might just
What do
be
you
a coworker.
what do you stream? I'm some jester going around sleeping with people, like secretly.
Yeah, I mean so. Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, like, you don't get to choose and I don't get to choose, so it's
Yeah.
completely random.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's
Wait, so am I like trying to keep like a facade?
Yeah. You're trying for at least like a year. You're trying to keep up the facade.
It turns out he's Brett, and we're all just like, oh man.
I don't know how to run a business.
He's Brett and Morgan. We're like, ah!
This company's running on steam.
And then I just turn to you, Caitlin, and be like, it's up to you. And then you're like, sorry, Laurel. Also, Luke. Damn it!
So wait, so there's multiple Luke pilots going at once?
Yeah, you said 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That's
So
a lot.
is it the same consciousness, like jumping through time and space to different ones?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna like bang myself and make another Luke. Like, there's gonna be a point
Why
where
do you
it's gonna
say
be a Luke with a Luke.
why do you say that
I
like
mean,
it's an inevitability?
No, it is. Like, statistically speaking,
It
it
is.
could happen.
Yeah.
It's true.
1/10 of the population.
I just
I'm gonna be like married for like 60 years and I'm gonna like, guess what, honey? I was Luke all along.
Yeah.
And then the other one's gonna be like, well, guess what? Surprise, idiot.
Also, Luke. The baby walks into the room. This is weird now, but also Luke.
I'm more curious. So you would definitely choose the imposter universe.
Yeah, because
I mean, I guess that makes you
I could
kind
live
of
forever. Which
Yeah.
would be nice.
So I guess in the imposter universe, it's the same getup where it's like he's pretending to be these people, and he looks like them until he takes off the mask, but he doesn't have any of their skills.
Yeah.
So I could just like go to my doctor and be like, so what pills you giving me, doc? And he'll just be like, I'll be like,
But-
gotcha, you're Luke.
Hey,
I guess that's the thing. People would figure out Luke tests.
Yeah. It would be
He
like.
can't resist the peanut butter sandwich trap.
Everyone knows Luke loves Scooby snacks. If we leave out a plate, we'll be able to catch him.
Some doctors just sniffing around the plate. They pull the fucking string and the stick flies out and the box comes down. We caught a Luke!
For sure, people would start rounding up Lukes. People would be really discriminatory towards
Sure,
Lukes.
they would. You know that there would be a gulag.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Whoa!
I mean, like,
She's
have
right.
you seen humanity? Like, it's like the inevitable conclusion to everything.
Like,
is
Sorry, Luke.
you would know you're not Luke, but there'd always be something in your head like, what if...
Am I a man? Like,
No one knows what it's like. What if I am a Luke?
What
How
if
do-
you get falsely accused of being a Luke? And you're like, no, I swear.
Yeah, and they're like, we're gonna dunk you in the water, and if you drown, then you're not a Luke.
I'm like, damn it.
and then you just go, I guess you got me there, because I'll be dead.
Yeah.
You fucking jackass.
I ain't no Aussie. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you know that your loved one has turned into a Luke when they mysteriously start speaking with an Australian accent.
Or you just you just
Blimey.
you just have to bait out the Lukes with really shitty Australian stereotypes.
Yeah.
You just hold up a spoon and you go, now this is a knife. And then somebody just starts trembling and they're like
Just sweat.
yeah.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I want that one.
yeah, I'm going with the imposter.
I'm going to Luke hunting. I'd become a professional Luke hunter.
The only way to kill them is with a stake through the heart.
And you just putting
You need a Luke to catch a Luke.
But then you find out that Matt has been Luke all along, and there's a.
I'd hide that one. That would be my Luke.
well, that's how you no. That's your tragic backstory. That's how you learn how to get good at finding Lukes. Cause, yeah.
He would be my guy on the inside. I'd be like, look, I'm gonna rat you out, but you gotta help me hunt down the other Luke so that this stops happening to people. It's like, I didn't choose to be 1/10 of people. Oh no, wait, I did, because you picked that. You
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
pick it. You monster!
You-
It's like
No,
you
it's
wanted this
fine.
to happen.
It's fine. I'm above all of you now anyway, so it's all good.
Wait, there's more of him than there is of us. No, there isn't. Well,
No,
as
it's
individuals,
not, yeah.
they outnumber us. They could band together,
Right.
probably
Ooh.
easier than like the rest of the world's population would band together.
That's true.
It's a Luke coup.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Listen, in either case, Luke's running the world now, so...
God help us all.
Just one can.
G'day, I'm the president. Gonna go swim in the ocean. Bye.
Not again. We're gonna name a swimming pool after you.
Yeah, I like that.
That's actually the one job that you'd be fine.
Do you think there would be Luke cults in the where it's like, don't take us over, please, we'll worship you like a god?
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you could spin it to. You could lie and be like, "Look, I could take over any one of you at any minute," and we wouldn't be able to gauge that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we know, it's true.
I could lie and be like, oh, garlic, no!
Alright, let's take it to the chat.
Wait, I thought you had a second one.
We can loop back around.
Yeah.
This time. Don't worry.
Cool.
Okay. Herbo Bob 1022 asks, would you rather always have annoying theme music playing or have Gilbert Gottfried or someone with an equally unique voice narrate your life?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Everyone else can hear it too, and you can't muffle it.
Gilbert there's not even a discussion. Give me Gilbert Gottfried. I want Gilbert Gottfried fucking narrating my goddamn life.
We're
We've
not
tapped
friends anymore.
into this one, only he was your Pokemon sidekick instead.
Yeah, we did something similar. Gilbert Gottfried narrating my life is never not funny.
Do it.
I don't know how to...
Give us a taste.
So Adam woke up this morning, and he fixed himself some coffee and bitched about having to go to work.
So the other day I saw some raccoons.
So the other day I saw some rickles. Adam slipped and fell on his ass on the way to work today.
Oh, you did?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if I did.
Would he give away, like, secrets? Like, he'd be like, alright, I've got this.
Yeah, I feel like he would be kind of like you're in a monologue. So if you, like, were having a conversation with somebody and you're staring them dead in the face and you're like, Caitlin's a fucking idiot. What the fuck is
Adam's
he talking
getting really
about
sick
right
and
now?
tired of Caitlin's fucking bullshit. But he doesn't have the nuts to say anything to her.
Yeah. Like, I feel like all of your secrets would be laid bare if Gilbert Gottfried would
But-
narrate
For
in your
sure.
I
life.
guess. I always view narrators as... I guess.
And what if they were like the kind that's like, little did he know? And you'd be like, no! What, Gilbert? What's gonna happen?
Adam was having a really good day today, but little did he know things were about to take a turn.
What? Oh no!
That would change his life forever. Ah!
What the mobsters didn't know was that Adam was wearing a wire.
Shut up, Gilbert!
I think I'm gonna have to go with the annoying theme music.
Adam, what Adam didn't hear was the mobster cocked a gun behind him after I said that out loud.
Like, oh, god damn it, Gilbert.
And in his last moments.
Adam cursed me. But guess what, Adam? I'm still alive.
Bye.
Blam!
Yeah, there's no way that doesn't end in disaster.
I also feel like my life is way too boring to be narrated effectively.
But do you think that if it's too boring to be narrated, then narration would be lighter?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's not like Gilbert Gottfried is going to be sitting there for 8 hours like, Caitlin continued to sit at her desk and work.
That's true. It
And
could
her
be
wife's
like months
from
could
New
go
York.
by and it's like, and she spent the last few months doing her usual thing. Like, you could just get like increments where you get little checkups.
Yeah.
But that's so sad. That means the most...
He goes away and then it's just 10 years later.
And he's really judgy about it.
10 years later, and Caitlin's still boring as fuck.
Who are you to judge, Gilbert? What have you done with your life?
Okay, but like crappy theme music would be good too because I feel like I drain happiness from everyone around me and give it to me.
Wait, they can hear it? I thought only you could hear it.
I would say that everyone could hear it. Like, what would even be the point if other people couldn't hear it?
No. Yeah. Well, at least, yeah. People could learn to live with it.
Everyone would just be like hanging out in the coffee shop and they just hear in the distance just and then I come in smiling and they're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
You know what would be even better is if there was a laugh track too, so you walk into a building and you just hear like, woo, haha, yeah! It's like a live studio audience.
Yeah, every building you walk into, you like slam the door open. Luke's here, like, woo!
Anytime you told a joke, you would immediately get like
And it,
some
no,
kind of
and
reaction.
it doesn't even have to be good.
No,
It's just
doesn't.
anything that could... It's like, what'd you have for lunch today? Ham sandwich.
Or
Yeah, I want that one.
yeah.
Luke, some of the things you've been saying lately has really hurt my feelings.
Oh.
Shut up! And then I win the argument, because...
That's true.
Okay, what is your annoying theme music gonna be?
Oh. I assume that it, like, is it just one song?
Yeah. You
I
have
mean,
your
it's going to be
theme song.
annoying. I think
It's gonna be
one.
annoying, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go crazy.
Mine's the Benny Hill theme.
There's nothing annoying about that song.
You've been going to bed just to, like...
Imagine how pumped you would be at all times of the day.
It's true. I'd be a peppy motherfucker. Yeah, I would want something, like, pretty upbeat. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head, like, a good...
Just take the first bit of Ice Ice Baby, so there's just like this momentum that never reaches anywhere. So it's always just like dun 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 dun, and then just repeat, and then you never get anywhere.
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Some people in the theater are like, "All right, it's our opening night. I can't wait," and then they just see your stupid face in the audience.
We're here to watch... Wait, what's a really, like... Oh, fuck. I can't remember movies. What's a really serious one?
Like
War
Schindler's
Horse.
List. Yeah, Schindler's List.
You go into Schindler's List, just...
Would make that movie 100 times better.
I'm in. Right.
Yeah. I feel like that option would make my life seem way more exciting than the sad narration.
No.
Yeah, that one's a
Gilbert
plus.
Gottfried.
The
There's
other
nothing
one's...
sad about Gilbert Gottfried narrating. Gilbert Gottfried injects joy into things. And then
You're deaf.
and then eventually you could just kind of have fun conversations with it. With the movie scenario, you're sitting in a movie, and then it's pretty quiet halfway through. You just hear Gilbert Gottfried. Adam really wish he wasn't watching this movie. It's really bad. And then you can be like, it's true, this movie sucks. And just ruin it for
Peace out. Yeah? Yeah, I wouldn't... It definitely is like a... You can never... Your soul is bare to the world. You are the most honest person alive from now on. But, yeah, that could be kind of fun.
But I do, again, I think that on the day-to-day, Gilbert would be pretty quiet. What's he going to say? Adam's bored right now. Like, all right, cool. Like, I'm just at the grocery store. Of course I'm bored. I'm just doing errands.
Adam couldn't decide between the crunchy peanut butter and the soft peanut butter.
Oh, I can always decide.
A dilemma that he had come across before.
Oh, man, I got a lot of mean thoughts that I don't want to have, but they just pop in. Every once in a while, you just want to punch the person in front of you in the back of the head. Just because.
Yeah.
Maybe they should know.
Yeah, like a little bit of honesty in your life for yourself and for others.
This is more than a little. This is like a landslide of honesty. And it's like not helpful honesty. It's just like, stupid mole. Somebody cries alone in the bathroom being like, I was always so conscious about that mole. I'm like, I didn't mean to notice it. I'm sorry.
Laurel couldn't help but stare at the giant mole on Caitlin's face.
Right in the center of her forehead.
Laurel, how could you?
Look, it's not my fault. Blame Gilbert. Also, he's lying. He's lying. I didn't think that at all.
He's the unreliable narrator of your life.
It's true. I could tell people.
Just
I wonder
ignore it. Pretend like you don't know what they're talking about.
Huh?
I don't hear
Well,
anything.
You also have to keep in mind that you have an out, because it's not, people don't know your name. Strangers don't know your name.
True. And it's like a disembodied voice, right?
Yeah.
It's not like he's standing right there.
So
yeah, I
that-
could just pretend that I don't hear the crazy voices.
Or you pretend like you hear it and you're just like, what is, but then I guess the voice would be like, Laurel started to lie to the people around her, pretending like she doesn't know I'm talking about her.
She thought her blue sweater would throw everyone off.
Oh my god, this is the fucking easiest would you rather in the world.
Yeah, I'm changing my mind. I want
Fucking
the
Gilbert
one.
Gottfried for life.
You love that man.
I don't love him. I just think it would be hilarious. Like, I literally, I don't follow him. I don't know what he's up to. I can't remember the last time I consumed any media that he was a part of. I just know that
Adam continued to lie through the podcast in order to protect his reputation. But no one was buying.
What his co-host didn't know is that he had a shrine for Gilbert Gottfried in a closet in his home that not even his wife knew about.
Fuck, this just sounds funny.
Yeah, I agree. Another!
Okay, lightning round. Luke, go.
Okay.
Lightning,
this
come
one's a
on!
bit-
Lightning, come
no,
on,
this
hurry
one's a
up,
bit wordy. I hate bathroom attendants, so would you rather have a bathroom attendant in your house and when you wake up in the morning, you gotta let him into your house or apartment and he unlocks the bathroom for you. It's locked during the night. And he's there all day until you go to bed. He can't leave until you go to bed and he hates his job.
Do you have to pay him?
No. He doesn't want to be.
But
he's
he
not
wants
getting paid.
tips.
Yeah, no, he does want tips.
I'd tip him. Fuck,
So-
why not? What's he gonna do with the money?
Yeah, and he keeps the toilet paper with him, so you gotta like ask for it before you go in.
My bathroom's not very big. Is he just standing there?
Yeah, he's got a stool and a newspaper, but he doesn't want to be there. And so he'll be like, "You guys going to bed yet?" And you're like, "Oh no, not yet." And he's like, oh, "Okay."
Okay, but
Good.
what about when I'm at work? Is he monitoring the bathroom
Yeah.
here?
No, he's at home. He's in your house.
Oh, he's in my... Okay, I don't
So
spend
it's
that much
just
time
your
at home,
bathroom.
so this is probably fine. What's the next one?
Or would you rather transfer $1,000 into Jeff Bezos' account every month?
I feel like I already do that.
Yeah, but you don't get anything. Jeff Bezos is the guy that owns Amazon.
Oh.
You get nothing.
No,
out of
you're
this
not getting
transaction.
Amazon credit. He doesn't even care that you're doing that.
1,000 a
He
month?
doesn't even notice.
No, he doesn't even notice.
I don't think I can afford that. I'm gonna have to get
Yeah,
a
I
bathroom attendant.
I feel like I have to go with the bathroom attendant simply because I can't afford.
Yeah,
Just-
I couldn't afford that either.
just
Like, even if
burn
I wanted to
every
pick that
month.
one, I don't think I could. $1,000 a month? That's a lot.
Yeah, that's enough to bankrupt everyone.
Except Jeff Bezos.
Except for Jeff Bezos.
Okay, so the bathroom attendant is in the bathroom?
Yeah, he hangs out in your bathroom all day.
So what, when I'm having a shower?
No, he'll just go wait outside and be really impatient and like keep looking at his watch.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind putting somebody else out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm totally fine with
Yeah, I would-
causing other people inconvenience.
Right.
I would get over him being annoyed. I do not spend that much time in my own bathroom. I feel like he can deal with it. I'd be like, stop complaining. You get to hang out here all day and do nothing. Shut
Yeah.
up.
Buy a Switch. Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, he's not allowed.
What's his name?
Gunther.
Oh, perfect.
He can't. He can't follow his dreams because you have him in your house all day.
I really don't
That's
care.
not my
Shit.
fault.
Yeah. Like I cannot stress enough how much I do not care about Gunter's dreams.
Sucks to be you, Gunther.
You should have made better life choices, Gunther.
I'm a terrible tipper as well. He's miserable.
I'd give him nickels. The worst of the loose change.
You know in Home Alone where the guy like is delivering pizzas and then the kid puts gum in his hand?
That's what you would do every time.
Every time. I would take up chewing gum just to put it in Gunter's hand.
You know he's only going to be giving you one pie after that. That's all you're getting.
I get one square of toilet
Yeah, he
paper.
goes like, here you go, bitch.
I guess more proof that I'm the goody two shoes of the fucking group. I would just be like, you're miserable. We're gonna be friends by the end of this.
Oh, no.
And just like make him pancakes. Be like, here you go, buddy.
Can you be nice to Gunther?
Yeah, but he's bulletproof to anything. He's just miserable all the time.
So even pancakes don't bring him joy anymore.
Worse.
You'll be out on a Saturday night too, and he'll be ringing you at 2 a.m. going, I want to go home. Can you come back, please, and go to bed?
Oh,
I
I
mean-
would block that number pretty
Yeah.
fucking
Oh yeah,
fast.
okay.
Who
Well,
gave you this number?
if he is incapable of joy due to the magic spell that's caused this scenario, then
Oh, he's happy outside of work.
fuck. Oh
Yeah. I feel like if nothing that I do is gonna give him joy,
yeah, I'm just gonna be mean to
then
him.
me making him miserable is gonna be even more sweeter to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just have a license to make him miserable. Does he? So like, say for example, he's holding my toilet paper hostage because he's miserable with his life and
It's just his job.
situation.
That's how he was trained.
Would I be able to just be like, give me the toilet paper, Gunter, and then he would have to hand it over?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to give me as
He'll
much as I
give you
require.
5 squares and said, "Let me know if you need more."
So
I'm
he
right
has
here.
to do his job well.
Yeah.
He can't like screw you over.
Yeah, he
anymore.
took an oath.
Can you put Gunther down? Can you put him out of his misery?
No, he's immortal.
He's the immortal
He
bathroom
lives
attendant.
while you live.
So he only.
He's waiting for your death so he can sleep.
So the only time he can like enjoy his own life is when you're sleeping in your house.
Yeah.
So even if you sleep over at someone else's house, he doesn't get to go home. You have to be in your bed.
Yeah.
I'm never home.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
so miserable at
I
our
sleep
houses.
4 hours a night and it's sleep paralysis the whole time. This guy's fucked.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that gets up in the middle of the night to pee or anything like that. I have like an iron bladder, so
Yeah, me neither.
this isn't really very inconvenient for me.
No, this is
You
a win-win-win.
I get to be mean to somebody
It's
without repercussions. And there is literally no downside.
Gunther,
You would get
Mama had a bad day at work. Come out.
Could you like slap him around a bit?
I guess you could. He's training. for
Jesus
undertaking.
Christ.
Okay, I wouldn't resort to violence. Only my words would be violent.
Don't lie to us, Kate.
Luke, you know firsthand how vicious I can get when I'm in a bad mood.
Can he help you out in any other ways, or is it strictly bathroom?
Bathroom related. So if you have bathroom questions, he's very
Like he could like unclog the toilet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey.
That's not part of his job, but he can inform you how
Can
to
he
do it.
like clean the bathroom? Like, the
No,
whole
that's a
bathroom?
different
Okay.
union.
Legitimate question, because I don't know. What do bathroom attendants do?
They spray you with perfume and
I think they just stop
Hand
people
you
doing
towels.
cocaine. I think that's
Right.
their job.
They're more like bouncers.
The cocaine deterrents.
They dry your hands for you, so you like wash your hands and you
Okay.
hold them out.
Sometimes they offer like mints and cologne,
yeah.
and it's like,
They usually have a little
Yeah.
little kit. They're like, any bathroom related thing you need, it's here.
Yeah.
Do you want to add a second cologne smell to your one? Or do you want a mint that's hanging out in the open air in the bathroom?
Will he like shave you if you're a man? Will he shave my legs?
Honestly, I've seen
He'll do it after
one or
hours
two
when you're
really
asleep. If you
well
want to.
equipped bathroom attendants that had blades. They're ready. They're ready for anything.
Okay.
They got combs. They got those little disposable toothbrushes.
That's true. Okay, Luke, since this is your question, what are you picking? Are you going with Gunther?
Yeah, I can't afford the other one. Sorry,
Yeah.
cunt.
We gotta wrap this up.
Oh, is it over?
It's time already. I
Okay.
know time flies when you're having fun with your best friends.
Your best friend Gunther.
Best friend Gunther. Don't worry, Gunther, I'll be home soon.
I would pretend that he was my friend, even though he like hates my guts. I'd be like, Gunther.
Just be like, hey Gunther, guess what? Another all-nighter tonight.
You good, Gunther? Cool.
Alright, well, that about wraps it up for Streamy Dreams with the Shitty Wizards. Thank you for coming to this after hours
No, thank
live
you.
stream. I know things got a little bit triple X here.
They did.
What?
No, I don't know. I don't know where
Do you know what that means?
There's time.
there's 1 minute left.
Quick, say something.
Boob.
Singular.
Thank you to Luke for joining us. You can find, we've included a link, I don't know, something in the video description to lead you to his online presence.
Hey, you'll find me.
Luke, where can people find you online?
Go to lukeatsea.com or just search for Luke Humphris on like anything. I'm everywhere.
Check the video description for details.
Yeah.
Or just punch anything in and you got a 1 in 10 chance that it's gonna be Luke.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, join the Discord, it's all in the video description. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about us. That's it.
Woo!
Peace out.
Ooh.